Hey guys, John V here from PhoneArena. You're watching our in-depth video review of the Asus Transformer Pad 300. Now this guy follows similar into the same fashion as the Transformer Prime. It actually features some of the same specs, but the cool thing about this guy is that it's priced very competitively at $400 for the 32GB Wi-Fi version. As you can probably tell, the design of the Transformer Pad 300 doesn't deviate much from what we've seen previously, like the Transformer Prime. Instead of using a metallic back cover, it employs a plastic textured one. The one we have here is the blue version. It's also available in red and silver. And even though it looks quite conventional by today's standards, it still has all the qualities we love. For example, it's comfortable to hold in hand, has a clean appearance, and on top of that, it's also solidly built. Although we've been enticed by some really nice looking displays on tablets like the one, the new iPad and Transformer Prime, we're still content with the one here on the Transformer Pad 300. It's a 10.1-inch WXGA IPS panel, so it's 1280 by 800 pixels, which is actually the norm for most 10.1-inch tablets here. So as far as details go, we can make it out not that much of a problem, and seeing that it is an IPS panel, it has all the qualities we like about it, such as producing some natural looking colors, good viewing angles, and also high contrast look, so it's still quite appealing, but not quite as stellar compared to some of the other tablets out there. Right above the display, you have a front-facing 1.3 megapixel camera for self-portraits and also video chat. On the left edge of the tablet, we have the volume control. It's raised and has a good tactile feel to it. Micro HDMI output for video out. You have the micro SD card slot and the microphone. Up top, you have the dedicated power button. It's raised. It's kind of a little bit narrow, but a good feel, responsive feel to it, and also another microphone. The only thing we find on the right edge is just the 3.5mm headset jack. And on the bottom edge, we have the tablet's proprietary charging port. You have also the dock connection ports with the optional keyboard dock. In the rear, we have a prominent 8-megapixel autofocus camera. It's outlined with a chrome trim around it. And towards the left edge, you have the speaker grille. So what can we say about the experience on the Transformer Pad 300? Well, it's the same exact one found on the Transformer Prime. It doesn't deviate at all. It's a stock experience running Android 4.0.3 ice cream sandwich. So the most up-to-date version of Android here. And of course, a lot of personalization. You can tell the variety of different widgets here on the home screen, some of them being more useful than the others. And when we get to the app, with the main menu here, you can go through the app listing and also widgets. So there's still a lot of personalization with it. For its price and all, we're quite happy to find that the tablets are using the same processor found with the Transformer Prime. It's a quad-core NVIDIA Tegra 3 processor, and you can tell here, even the home screen, just doing some basic operations, it's very quick and very effective too. You can tell it's barely slowing down, even with a live wallpaper, even other tasks, opening up applications. It's pretty quick and instantaneous, so barely any wait, and overall, we're pretty happy with the speed that we're seeing throughout the platform. Seeing that it's blessed with a 10.1-inch panel, it's definitely more than adequate for typing long messages here with the on-screen keyboard. There's two options. You have the stock ice cream sandwich one, more than responsive, keeping up with our rate here. And on top of that, you have also the Asus keyboard, which is a little bit more cramped. We'd prefer using the other one, but you do gain the dedicated row of numbers up top, and does feature some swipe movements as well. So it's wielding a mighty fast processor in the hood, but fortunately we can't be too content with the web browsing experience on the tablet just because it seems very inconsistent with its operation. At times it just seems to be delayed, although for most occasions it seems to exhibit some really responsive movements, but every now and then you just see those delays, which does make it a little bit frustrating. With the stock ice cream sandwich experience, it's not a surprise that we have also the stock music player on board with the tablet. It has some nice looks to it with its presentation, of course. You have that cool 3D carousel here as you're checking out some albums and whatnot. And as far as the main layout is concerned, it's quite conventional. As far as the audio quality, it's very deafening at its loudest volume and has a little bit of a strain to it, but put a couple notches down and it sounds a lot more pleasant. And there are a variety of different equalizer settings to better fine-tune the audio quality. As expected, the Asus Transformer Pad 300 excels when it comes to playing high-definition videos like the one we have here, encoded in DivX 1920 by 1080 resolution. You can tell no stutter, no slowdown whatsoever, good details, colors are natural, and overall, it's quite a pleasant experience. So the Asus Transformer Pad 300's 8-megapixel autofocus camera, it's best used for outdoor scenery shots and macro shots, pleasant looking visuals, but unfortunately it doesn't handle low lighting situations that great. It's just marred by a lot of noise and also graininess, and also lacks a flash. As far as shooting 1080p videos with the Transformer Pad 300, the results are pretty much the same with still shots. It's great. It's good enough for outdoor scenery shots and macro shots, but for low lighting or indoor shots, you can forget about it. It just seems to have a lot of artifacting going on, and the frame rate slows down too, and on top of that, a lot of graininess and also noise. For something packing a quad-core processor, we're very happy with the battery life out of the Transformer Pad 300. After charging it fully and setting the brightness to automatic, we're able to get at least 2 days out of normal usage. After the first day, it was only at 52% capacity, so even for heavy users, you'll get a good amount of time with it. With its Wi-Fi connectivity, we didn't experience any drops connections to our Wi-Fi hotspot that's roughly 30 feet away and maintains a good solid connection at all times. No doubt we love the $400 pricing attached to this guy here. It's quite competitive, and on top of that, it has some of the same specs found with the its fuller sibling in the Transformer Prime. But this guy's a 32GB Wi-Fi version. The price difference is only $100 between this and the 32GB Transformer Prime. And if you see a lot of value in that, definitely want to stick with this guy. Just again, because it features some of the specs. But with the Transformer Prime, you get a better display and also a better looking tablet with its metallic construction. But either or, it depends on which one. If you have the money for it, go with the Transformer Prime. If not, this is a great solution as well. So if you'd like to learn more about the Asus Transformer Pad 300, guys, check out our website, PhoneArena.com. This is John V. Thanks for watching.